Team. Short for Together, Everyone Achieves More is a favorite acronym of mine. It's also one that our own government is committed to as it partners with groups and organizations in the communities to safeguard the development and well-being of citizens. Welcome to this Tuesday edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Happy you could join us. In the package today, a partnership with the Citizen Security and Justice Program, Operation Friendship, and the Jamaica Foundation for Lifelong Learning is improving literacy among adults. Plus, the Jamaica Information Service gives back through a media education exercise with our youth. The news is next as we get the ball rolling.
Good day, I'm Tamara McHale and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, October 13. Farmers in Hill Run, St. Catherine will soon have an improved irrigation system to increase fish production. The National Irrigation Commission (NIC) is to spend more than $1.8 million to upgrade the system at the Hill Run Agro Park. NIC Chief Executive Officer Mark Richards says the improved system will have a pressurized pipe network. This will improve its carrying capacity from over 3,000 gallons per minute to more than 7,000 gallons per minute.
This will now ensure that at each farmer's lot, he gets water at a pressure that he doesn't have to pump. And so if he has 5, 10, 15 ponds, he can fill those ponds very efficiently. And his business will be able to be more productive. This water will always be there at his beckon because the delivery system would be that much more efficient.
The upgrading of the irrigation system at the Hill Run Agro Park is being carried out under the Agriculture Ministry's Competitiveness Program, which is funded by the Inter-American Development Bank and the government. The system currently provides water to more than 120 fish farm lots, covering over 734 hectares of land. Police personnel attached to the mobile reserve now have a state-of-the-art computer center to better carry out their duties. The $3 million computer center with free Wi-Fi access was paid for by the Universal Service Fund and developed in collaboration with the Ministry of National Security. It has 10 computers, a printer, a projector and a screen, and will be used as a training center for officers. The computer center will also enhance the police's capacity to write reports and statements, as well as the research and analysis of crime patterns. Technology Minister Philip Paulwell says the computer center at the Mobile Reserve is just one of the initiatives aimed at improving the technological capacity of the police force.
In addition, we intend to complete a project to provide 73 police stations with broadband internet access. So far, 5 have been completed, and the installation of the others is gathering momentum, and the entire project is on track for completion before the end of this financial year. The total cost of this project, which is being undertaken by Flow, is about $7 billion.
The runway at the Sangster International Airport has been reopened following a fire on board a Delta Airlines flight Monday afternoon. The runway was reopened at about 6:30 p.m., 3 hours after it was closed. A release from the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority, JCAA, said the Delta aircraft was about to take off when the crew reported a fire warning indication from its cargo bay. Emergency procedures were initiated and all 160 passengers and flight crew were safely evacuated from the aircraft. The airport rescue and firefighting team and external emergency response agencies all assisted. Investigators from the Flight Safety Division of the JCAA are probing the incident. The police have intensified their investigations into the killing of 6 people and the injury of 4 others in the Logwood area of Hanover. National Security Minister Peter Bunting and Police Commissioner Dr. Carl Williams toured the area in the aftermath of the incident.
We're also going to get a team of savvy operational people here in Hanover, and they will not leave this parish until the killers are found. We know who they are and we are coming at them.
The commissioner added that the police would be beefing up their community policing activities in the area, and he's urging the citizens to join the fight against crime. In the meantime, the National Security Minister is again urging residents not to embrace lottery scammers. He says lottery scamming by itself is illegal and that crime often fuels murders and reprisal killings.
As long as people are making a lot of illicit money, as long as people are facilitating the laundering of this money, as long as pastors, business persons, educators are turning a blind eye to it, then it will be very difficult for the police by themselves to reverse the situation.
And finally, 51 aspiring teachers have been awarded scholarships to do mathematics and science courses at teachers' colleges in Jamaica. The scholarships value a total of $14 million. 42 people got full tuition scholarships, 4 got grants for tuition and boarding, and the remaining 5 received partial scholarships. The move is in line with the Ministry of Education's thrust to train more math and science teachers to improve students' performance nationally.
Jamaica has a math phobia, and it has a math deficit. And therefore, the initiative has been instigated where we will offer math scholarships in math and science in order to begin to catch up with the numbers that are needed. And you are among the first recipients.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Tamar McHale. Thanks for watching.
This is Ramen Burger. I'm here appeal to all of the youths them to just stay away from crime and violence. We know the temptation, the money, the fast life. People say them rate you, but that will only take you nowhere. If you stay in school and focus, then you can achieve anything. Be your own leader. A gang is a dead end.
A message from the Ministry of National Security.
As Jamaica works to achieve our Vision 2030 goal of having a world-class education system, learning at all levels of the system is a must. Targeting adults who may have fallen through the cracks is a critical part of this process, and that's exactly what 3 agencies are partnering to make happen.
Instead, I'm a little woman, walk up and down. I can't just know, say, yeah, wake up in the morning, I gone to school, gone do something.
We learned from some basic English and maths.
Well, it's a wonderful experience dealing with the student from the inner city.
Positive reviews from participants in a program to boost literacy, numeracy, and vocational skills. It's part of efforts to achieve strategic priority number 4 on government's agenda, human capital development, building the capacity of individuals so they can effectively contribute to the nation's growth. The Ministry of National Security through the Citizen Security and the Justice Program CSJP has been working with non-government organization Operation Friendship as well as the Jamaica Foundation for Lifelong Learning JFLL to offer remedial training to persons in vulnerable communities. CSJP, which targets unattached youth in volatile communities, recruits the youngsters. Operation Friendship facilitates the training at its institution, and JFLL provides the math and English teachers.
To deliver a 10-month pre-vocational program, which was aimed at 1, improving literacy levels, as well as their social skills with minimal exposure to general construction.
Using aspects of the constant practicing teaching method, classwork, assignments, tests, and projects, students were prepared for the Hard Trust entrance exam. If successful, they would move on to CSJP's vocational program, which provides advanced skills training at Hard Trust NTA.
Okay, today we're going to be talking about synonyms. Have you ever heard the word synonyms before?
Kind and generous.
Vacant, empty.
Messy and dirty.
You had to work from the basic letter sounds and stuff onto the other areas of literacy. It was my first time teaching adults, so the transition was a bit difficult, but I mean, I got into it. The guys made me feel comfortable, and so it has been good.
Class, what are we going to do today?
Change decimal to percentage.
What are we going to do?
Change decimal to percentage.
It's fun when teacher teach about percentage and them thing, and teach in a little tricky way to do it.
Students are interested in learning, right, and they try their best to maintain discipline and stuff like that.
And Mr. White is a living testament to what can be achieved if one is disciplined. Having been a participant in the CSJP, he completed his studies in primary education at the Jamaica University and is now empowering other young people. Administrators of the CSJP's pre-vocational training program worked tirelessly to educate and train the youngsters as they acted on strategic priority number 4 on government's list.
Many of them felt very stigmatized, and many of them had a low self-esteem, which resulted from the fact that they were unable to read at levels that they should.
But after intense work, a shocking revelation. 22 of the 25 students who took the Heart Trust entrance exams were successful, paving the way for them to move on to higher heights.
I feel overwhelmed. I say yes, I achieved what I come for. That was the aim, to pass the test. And I say yes, I did it.
I went to school from 2005 and I doesn't take up a book at home. And this program made me take up book and show interest of doing some work.
I think the success can be attributed to the motivation, to the quality of the instructors that we had, to the fact that the youngsters had to do the work which was necessary. We were able to come up with a new design for the syllabus, which really sort of focused on what had to be done in order to get them through the exams.
We are going to a next level, construction, getting a skill.
But the participants already have a rudimentary understanding of general construction, which will give them an edge when they begin CSJP's vocational program, Advanced Skills Training at Heart Trust NTA.
It teach me like to hold the hammer the right way.
You don't hold the hammer down in the neck, you hold the hammer at the end and you swing your wrists.
Well, my mindset is to inform other young men outside, in and outside the community, just to show that we get off the road and can come down at Operation Friendship and get it further.
I'm that star up in the sky, I'm that mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it, I'm the world's greatest.
To celebrate the achievement of the youngsters, a graduation ceremony was held at the offices of the JFLL. The results of a survey, the Learner Performance Feedback, indicated that the program did much more than help participants pass the Heart Trust entrance exam.
87% indicated that their team building skills have improved. Excellent. 91%, want to listen to this, 91% indicated that their conflict management skills have improved.
I'm that star up in the sky, I'm that mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it.
You can't really look at persons from the inner city and say they're not worth it or they can't make it. If you as a teacher just do what you have to do, teach them, love them, just talk to them about reality and encourage them.
Come to Operation Friendship. We are willing, we are able, we have the manpower, we have the space, and we have the motivation to help wherever it is possible.
And I think that many of them see it now as a launching pad for greater things to do with their future.
So CSJP, Operation Friendship and JFLL have been working together to achieve government's strategic priority of human capital development, improving numeracy and literacy levels of unattached youth while developing their social and vocational skills, building their capacity to make them employable and marketable so they can contribute to national development.
I'm the world's greatest. I'm that little bit of hope when my back's against the ropes.
The JIS Heritage Essay Competition is here again. If you're a primary or preparatory school student aged 9 to 12, you may enter. Write an essay on the topic, A Day in the Life of My Favorite National Hero. Ensure your essay is 400 to 500 words. Include a title page and list of references, with JIS being one of the sources. And submit the essay using the application form on the JIS website, jis.gov.jm. Deadline is Saturday, October 31, 2015. So start writing your essay today. For more information, contact the Jamaica Information Service at 926-374-026, extension 2137 or 2023, or email heritageessay@jis.gov.jm.
As we continue our focus today on partnerships to build communities, we take the topic home. That's right. JIS is also into community building, and that often translates to sharing our knowledge and expertise with groups and organizations. One of the most recent exercises was conducted by personnel from our television department. We're sharing a bit of that exercise with you now.
From health fairs to gender talks, judging debating competitions to promoting entrepreneurship, the Jamaica Information Service, JIS, has been out and about interacting with the people, sharing vital information and just simply having fun. Recently, the organization held a media workshop which saw 15 budding media specialists learning the art of camera operation and television directing. Nigel Francis, a seasoned videographer at the JIS, revealed to the team from the Glad Tidings Open Bible Church's multimedia department a few tricks of the trade.
Welcome to the studio of the JIS television. Here is where it starts putting together for the daily show. You would see like the presenter here talking. I would see like a shot of Ocho Reyes or wherever, whatever. That's what we call the chroma. When they're reading news and them say, oh, and what happened in Parliament today? And you say they look down once. I read Adrian Atkinson for our case. And then read and then look up on him and say, you say him bright him and you remember everything here, man?
Yeah.
Not quite. Okay. This is the prompter. Okay? All right. So you read, you look straight in the prompter here. If you notice, you can see the camera lens here. So you look straight at the lens. Although you're not seeing the lens, you're seeing what is on the text. So looking straight at the lens is basically, I'm talking to you.
And after learning the correct way to frame a shot, videography terms, and lots more, Gary Nita, television production consultant and former manager at the JIS television department, presented Directing 101.
If you're a photographer, you're telling a story one frame. You're a director-producer, you're telling a story, whether it's a short film, a commercial, telling that story. And it's your responsibility to carry that message across to your audience. We're professionals and we're here to do a job, right? Amateurs point and shoot. Pros plan and shoot.
As the Jamaica Information Service, we like to think that we are the voice of Jamaica, and we provide information, I say all the time, to people so they can make meaningful decisions about their lives. Thank you for coming, and we hope that this was a meaningful exercise, and we hope that you will be watching Jamaica Magazine to pick up on those little things that we spoke about and listening to our programs.
The workshop today was more than informative, right? They broke down stuff in layman's terms because being a part of the multimedia team, I'm not a part of the camera nor the switching team, but I'm a part of the sound team. And the way how they broke it down, really, I could understand every section better.
I think JIS's move to help the community is a good gesture. With all the problems that we are seeing happening around us, we do need somebody to assist us. As JIS calls themselves the voice of the people, and they have really gone all out to help, to give advice, to educate the nation.
JIS gave me my break, gave me my start in media. JIS is not just an organization, you know. JIS is a university. If you were to write a list of the persons in public life, in drama, in theatre, in music, in all spheres of Jamaican art, politics, who have passed through JIS, you'd be amazed. It's almost a never-ending list. So for me to give back a little bit to that institution, to that university, that's a pleasure for me.
And the JIS is doing much more. Our team journeyed to the Old Harbor Church of God of Prophecy to give some career advice to the youth at their vacation Bible school. Tamara McHale, producer, presenter, and writer at the JIS, briefed the youth about a career in media.
A lot of times people think that you can just take a camera or take a mic in front of you and you turn a presenter. And to be honest, that's not longevity, because you're going to need to develop your skills. You're going to need to get qualified, as I said, whether it's through the Hard Trust NTA, whether it's through going back to school, whether it's through getting your degree or whatever it is, whatever skill set that will help you to further yourself. You're going to need those qualifications to help you. So my advice to you guys, whether it is that you want to pursue a career in media or not, my advice to you is from as young as you are now, start volunteering, start learning a skill, start developing yourself so that you can be flexible for the world that we're in.
Tamara's message was well received. Many were motivated and empowered to achieve personal growth and development.
I think the session was really good, helped me to kind of make my choice a bit more, because I was thinking media and communication or journalism. And I think the JIS group did a good job. I was glad to know that they were coming here. I felt very excited about the whole thing. So it was a good thing for me.
It was important for you guys to demystify a couple of myths about media. For instance, the glitz and the glamour, it's all fun, it's all good and well, but behind the scenes, you have to do a lot of work.
This year, we wanted to give our young people a bit more exposure. So we invited JIS to share with us. And I think we have captured that to a great extent, and I know they'll be more motivated to focus on their studies and their general development.
The Jamaica Information Service is actively engaging our communities, ensuring that valuable information is shared with the public and our rich culture preserved. For more information, contact our office at 926-374026 or email jis.gov.jm. The Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
The JIS Heritage Poster Competition is here again. If you are an artistic teenager, the JIS Heritage Poster Competition is just for you. All registered secondary school students are eligible to enter. All you have to do is this: complete the entry form on the JIS website, jis.gov.jm. Then create a poster using images provided in the picture resources on the JIS website. And the topic? A moment in the life of a Jamaican national hero. Ensure that your poster is no larger than 11 inches by 17 inches and keep a copy of your poster. Posters will be judged on interpretation of the topic, originality, and presentation. Now for the submission details. Upload computer-designed posters using a cloud storage service such as Dropbox, SkyDrive, or Google Drive. Mail or drop off illustrated posters at the JIS head office or Montego Bay office. Deadline for submission is Saturday, October 31, 2015. So come on, unleash your creativity and win lots of prizes. For more information, contact the Jamaica Information Service at 926-374026, extension 2137-2023, or email heritageposter@jis.gov.jm.
A people without knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots.
No one remember old Marcus Garvey. No one remember.
A boy of humble beginnings, taking his first steps towards a life decorated and defined by the search for a proud black identity. The journey began on August 17, 1887, in a rural district nestled in the Garden Parish of St. Anne, where the union of a mason and a domestic worker birthed a living legacy of black self-empowerment.
When you hear him describe his mother, Sarah Jane Garvey, she had a different kind of influence on him. I think that he inherited a lot of her sense of compassion.
Marcus also inherited much from his father, Marcus Messiah Garvey Sr. Together, his parents gave him a strong foundation, starting at 32 Market Street in St. Anne's Bay. The Universal Negro Improvement Association, the Pan-African Movement, the Negro Factories Corporation, the Black Star Liner Shipping Company, all symbols of achievement to which Garvey could lay claim. But his life was more than the public platform familiar to most. Garvey was equal parts Pan-Africanist and father, equal parts orator and husband, scholar and son, national hero and lifetime student. As a young boy, Garvey developed a love of reading, first from his father's private library and later the more extensive collection of his godfather Alfred Burroughs. An apprenticeship with Burroughs at age 14 provided a platform for literary expression through the printing press. It's an influence that would find expression in several newspaper developments and publications throughout Garvey's life. Even as he trod the path of visionary, philosopher, and scholar, Marcus Garvey was a family man. After a long courtship, he married Amy Ashwood in a private Catholic church ceremony, followed by an elaborate public ceremony and reception at Liberty Hall on Christmas Day, 1919. The union didn't last. But Garvey found love and family life again with his longtime secretary, Amy Jakes. The two married in July 1922 and had two sons, Marcus Jr. and Julius.
You can see letters that they wrote to each other when his sons were in Jamaica and he was in England. He has nicknames for them. He speaks to them the same way a loving father would speak to any child.
From the dirt tracks in a small rural community to a global stage promoting change, the Right Excellent Marcus Messiah Garvey was the epitome of ambition.
When you look at his background versus what he was able to achieve in a very, very short time period, you have to recognize that it was ambition that was driving him. But most importantly, he had ambition, not just for himself, but for people of his race. He wanted black people to be liberated in every sense of the word, not just physically, but mentally, economically, socially, and so on.
On June 10, 1940, a nation lost a hero. Humanity lost a world changer. Marcus Garvey was finally laid to rest in 1964 in Jamaica after 52 short years. The man from St. Anne's Bay had given black people a new way of looking at themselves. He'd told them to embrace their identity, that they could achieve anything.
Up your mighty race! Accomplish what you will!
No one remember old Marcus Garvey. No one remember old Marcus Garvey.
That's our show for today. Tune in again same time tomorrow on this station to watch another comprehensive and insightful edition. Make the decision right now to play a part in your community, even doing something as seemingly small as looking out for a neighbor. Each one, reach one. Have comments or feedback? Send an email to jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. Visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for all the latest national news and information. And stay connected with us on social media. On behalf of the entire production team here at the JIS, I'm Adrian Atkinson, thanking you for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.